is Kristina from Kristina's Art Corner. We are doing our Untouched coloring book collection videos. I'm doing a series. I will do approximately 65 flip throughs of my Untouched books. Hopefully this will be 3 parts, maybe 4, just depending on how long these videos are. But to give you a little short background on why I'm doing this. I started my YouTube on May 11th, 2022. And 3 months prior to that is when I started coloring. We're at a good 3-year mark of when I started accumulating books. I mean, I think I bought books prior to that, like February mark, but just for the sake of keeping things easy, we'll just keep it to 2022. The book categories that I wound up selecting is mandalas, color by numbers, and then my Untouched. And the reason I'm not including my mandala books or my color by number is because for me, it's okay if I have some that go untouched. Those are a different kind of feel and vibe for me that are in my library, and I'm not in a rush. That kind of just, it gives you an idea. I just wanted to get to, illustrations that need to be colored in untouched books. And so that's how I organized it. I do have few of both of those categories. I'd say 10 of each. So the app that I use is my library. I did explain in my whip video just prior to this how I go through my app and I sort things. So I was able to create a comment that showed untouched, not colored in, so that I was able to then decipher what I had colored in versus what I had not. And I did have to go through all of my books because at some point I either got lazy or forgot to either add a book or put that I had touched it or put that it was untouched. And so I've done all of that legwork and now we're here. And my plan to reduce my stash, which is 196 untouched books, I am implementing the spinner wheel that I used for my book giveaway. I've already put in the 196 books. Don't worry, I didn't have to type those in manually. It was a copy paste function for the most part. And I'm going to choose 3 each month for my coloring plans. And then I will remove any books from the untouched spinner wheel if I have finished a page. Otherwise, they'll go back into rotation. Each month, I'm going to limit 3 buddy colors. I'm also that's in rotating books, okay? And then I'm limiting myself to participating in 3 hashtags of other colorists through Instagram or YouTube or whatever the case may be. I had mentioned in my whips video, I have 23 whips, by the way, that when I did my own hashtags, I had 4 going at one time at one point, or 5 actually. I wound up going in those books on a cycle for so long. We're going back to 2023 on Spooky and Tropigoth, I believe. So those were rotating every month. So those were not new books that I could get into. I generally color less than 20 books a month. I have a total of 431 books, 196 untouched books, and that gives me a percentage of 45%. So we're going to go through these untouched books, and these are books that I decided to keep after I went through all my books to destash. This is where we're at. So let's go ahead and get started. The first book is the Forest Girls coloring book, and this is by A. Paul. So from my understanding, this particular one is a collection book printed in English, published in the United States, and translated. Yeah. And if anyone knows different, you can correct me, no problem. But these are kind of faint, so I will zoom in on my editing. But you do not have, as far as I remember in this book, you do not have the colored illustrations to go by. So you're on your own with your color palette unless you want to look it up. And I obviously love these images. Some of the items are quite small, but they are one-sided. The paper I would say it's a medium. Better than Amazon, less than the Korean Japanese books for sure, and it's smooth. So I could do some alcohol marker in here. But yeah, this gives you kind of a really good idea what's in here. Very sweet girl. And oh, this one's really cool here. I love the little dog with the reindeer ears. Look at this one. She's looking inside. They are named and the year. Okay, so that also gives us some context. Sharing equally 2016. So you get the idea. That is the Forest Girls coloring book translated to English. The next APOL book that I have here is the coloring book of the 4 seasons. Love this inside paper. Okay, we have 4 parts. And in this book, we have the colored illustration to the left, and then the illustration that you do blown up on the right. Here we go. There's that picture from the other one. So it's kind of nice if you don't want to be influenced by the illustration on the left, then the other book would be a good choice. If you like the inspiration and maybe even want to do something different, then this book is good. I love this bubble one. And yeah, this paper's heavier than the previous book. And it looks like I did pick one out of here to do. Yeah, this page I really do like. I'll keep it in there just in case. But that is APOL's coloring book of the 4 seasons. Next we have Camellia Angelkova 50 Arctic themed miniatures to color. I'm sure you all are familiar with this book, as we have a bunch of Arctic themed images here. I had wanted to work in this winter. It has not worked out so far, but maybe on the spinner wheel I will. I'm at least starting that spinner wheel in March, if not February. It just kind of depends on a couple of medical procedures that I'm going to have. But it would be nice to go ahead and get it started. And I'm in it for the long run, so I don't mind it taking me some time to get through these books. I don't want to rush it just to touch a book. But you get the idea about this book. And that is 50 Arctic themed miniatures. Next one is 50 Ghostly Cute Miniatures by Camellia Angelkova. Sorry, my dog is barking. The mail's coming. If you've been on my channel a while, you'll know that Shmoo is our big protector here. Every time I film, he winds up barking. So we have these really cute Halloween images. Do have some less than desirable printing lines here, on some of them anyway. But I do like some of the black background. And I'm not going to matter too much about the season, except the only thing I was thinking about last night is that I might remove my Christmas untouched books that are like predominantly Christmas, like Christmas is in the name of the book or something, or holiday, if it's Christmas related, and then maybe put those in a different section of my shelf so that I can either do Christmas in July with those, something to that effect. It's going to be a work in progress. Just going to tackle it the best that I can and bring you along for it. 50 Haunted and Autumn Fairy Houses by Camellia Angelkova. Again, you all are familiar with these books. These have bigger images. I do like that they have a border. Very cute. Very, very, very cute. And nice, you can use your markers on these. 50 Haunted Autumn and Fairy Houses. 50 Ocean Miniatures, Camellia Angelkova. Obviously, we have water-themed creatures and scenery. Love these. This one is so cute. Oh, I love it. When I do go through the spinner and I select 3, we'll go through the book together, and I'll probably choose a page with you or a few pages so that you know which ones are striking my fancy at the time. This is 50 Spring Miniatures by Camellia Angelkova. Oh, we have a cute bunny to start off. Now these, the line work seems a little thinner to me. Very cute. Peekaboo bunny. All right, that gives you an idea what's in this book here. And then the next one is Alice in Wonderland by Fabiana Attanasio. In case you haven't noticed, I have organized these by illustrator, author, last name, going A to Z. So that's why we were, yeah, Angelkova. Yeah, I had to think about it for a second. Okay, Alice in Wonderland. Here we go. Beautiful pages. The paper is super thick. Smooth, but very nice. I put a bunch of water ink tints on a page in the Peter Pan one, and it did really well with lots of metallic markers, pens. These books are not as easy to get a hold of. You can get some, I think, on Amazon and also through eBay. Look at this one. So yeah, very sweet book, Alice in Wonderland. And to go along with that is The Wizard of Oz. This one I think I did get through eBay. So here we are. The tornado has the house. Same paper. Oh, would love to make those sparkly shoes. There's Scarecrow. This one's very interesting. Really do like her as an illustrator. But you get the idea. So that is The Wizard of Oz by Fabiana Attanasio. The next one is more recent, Mythographic Artist Vault. I haven't broken into this one yet. And here we have we have the purple edges, which are beautiful. And this is various artists, by the way. It's the limited collector's edition. You can only get at Walmart. And you do have the illustrator here. And I think it's told in the back. Yeah. Fabiana Attanasio, Joseph Kattenbang, Alessandra Fusi are the illustrators. And I'll go from the back to the front just for ease. I haven't broken this in yet. It is stitch bound. It's a beautiful book, thick paper, one-sided, nice cardstock. You do have some images that do have the search items in them and some not. But a lot of beautiful pages. That one is very detailed. Very detailed. That one's interesting. Wow, this one is trying to see, is that Is that the octopus? Yeah. Spinning in the proverbial wheel. It's a good space timber page. So yeah, that is what the Artist Vault looks like as a beautiful inner page. The mythographic, speaking of mythographics, I have Fairy Wonderland that I received recently. Now for a while, I loved these books, but I was afraid of them, which is now not the case, but a few of them didn't get colored in as a result. This one is beautiful. I love this one. Single-sided, of course, perforated. Smooth paper, great for alcohol markers and pencils over. Acrylics. This one's beautiful. I looked at this book to do it for February. I'll have to let the spinner do its thing. This is another favorite of mine. So I have quite a few untouched books that have fairies in them. But I'd rather do this in a systemic way rather than just, you know, picking and trying to decide that way. Picking myself, I mean. And I love this one. That's a favorite one. I like the rock creatures. And that's Fabiana Attanasio. Next one is another Fabiana Attanasio. And I wanted to do one in here for Elm Colors Color Mythographic 2025. This is the Fantasy Forest. I'll give you a quick flip and then show you the page that I wanted to do. This was a consideration. I love that. I love many in here. Just look at these pages. Tell you what, this one is interesting. I've mentioned before when I did the flip through, the book pages turn into butterflies. Fantastic. Yeah, a lot of fantasy, nature themed, and that's right up my alley. There's another rock creature. So I'm loving that. This one's stunning. And I love this one too. The one that I really wanted to do was this spirit from this candle. And I had an idea about a blue flame. So yeah, I do have an idea in my mind. I'm not sure I can articulate it in words, but I wanted to try to get to this in February if possible. So I may put this one aside because I had already marked it. Mythographic Menagerie by Fabiana Attanasio. These are sweet. Look at all this coming out of the armadillo. The armadillo. These are cute. That's cool with the shark. Stunning owl. And the cat ringing the bell with the fish outside the bowl. That's fun. Here's one that I had an idea about. Light aqua, Inktense, pale blue. I guess Lucy. Just Add Color, believe, is her channel. She used Arctics, I think, pencils. I don't know if it was this particular page that it was that she did, but anyway, I had an inspiration from that, and it'll come to me when I get to this book. Is this another one that I marked? Yes, this one's beautiful. Very cute. I would have them in my plans, but then I just wouldn't get to them. Now here we go. Here's another one. I'm glad I kept some of the tabs in there so I can maybe go back to those. Have some already picked. But yeah, that's Menagerie. And I'm going to go get a whole nother stack of books. Next one is the Art Deco Hatchet Heroes. And this is a double-sided, let's see here, 7" by 7" book. And we have all our Disney characters in here. I've done quite a few in the portraits with buddies. So we have a lot of the Disney characters. And these books take Inktense real well. You can get really nice effects with Inktense. And watercolor markers, just be careful you don't stay in one spot too long because it will pill the paper. I love this one of Tinkerbell. She's one of my favorites. So because I was working out of the portraits one, I didn't start this one yet. But that gives you an idea what's in there. It's a very cute book. Okay, this one, Joanna Basford, Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, Magical Tale to Color. I'm sure you all are very familiar with this book. I am hesitant to start it because it's one of the books that I really would have loved to do from beginning to end. I know that Meg's Coloring Corner has a group that is going through the book. I just knew I wouldn't be able to do it each month consistently with everything else I had going on. But it's a beautiful book. Fabulous paper. Okay, that is Ivy and the Inky Butterfly by Joanna Basford. This is Joanna Basford Magical Worlds. I love this book best. This and Rooms of Wonder. And again, I know you all are familiar with it. It has been in my coloring plans, especially this one I wanted to do. Also, this one I was going to do. Famous Laid Plans. These are good for Space Timber. Looking forward to September. Magical Worlds by Joanna Basford. All right, Jasmine Beckett Griffith, The Mermaids book. Now, I bought this a while ago and kept it to participate in Mermaid, in a book that has some better paper. I wound up doing the mermaid in the other book that she has. But she named Seashell Princess. You can go look at her artwork and see what it looks like and mimic if you like, or try to. But she has very distinct faces on hers. Swimming with koi. Very gorgeous images. I've used metallic watercolor on here, Inktense. They're pretty good if you don't mind having any shadowing or potential bleed through onto the other page. You can do quite a bit. It's not as thick as a hard cardstock, but it's close to it, and it is a cream colored paper. But yeah, that's what that looks like. It's just a full book of mermaids in her style. Then I have Mind Research Africa by Rita Berman. I bought this book and then just never got to it. I do love the imagery in it. Double-sided pages. Absolutely stunning artwork. That one's really sweet. I love this one. Nairobi. This one too. So why I kept these books, because I have to love 75% of the pages. And this is definitely one of them. So this is the Africa book by Rita Berman. Next one is A Million Christmas Cats. I got this from eBay. They must have gotten it from Goodwill. And there's already some colored pages in here. Like this. I did not do this. But I thought that I could kind of spice it up a little bit and make it my own. So that's why I have this here. Whatever they did bled through. I'm wondering. Yeah, it's hard to say what. Some of it is pencil, but some of it is obviously marker. But this is just the cutest book. And we have some, looks like acrylic marker there, which that can be covered up. Look how sweet. We have some colored pencil in there. And this one was colored. I could probably go ahead and let's use my electric eraser and see. So I can lighten up what they've done and do my own thing. So that works for me. I was going to do a series about fixing pages, but that was good in theory at the time. Still is. Here's one I don't know. I don't know about it. Let's see if I could take a bigger eraser. I could definitely lighten it. I could also put clear gesso on there and acrylic. Could do that too. Yeah, but I thought it was worth still having the book. They did say there were a couple of colorings in it, but it was, I even paid less than that, the $1.99, because I got several books from the same shipper. This book here is Hello Forest Friends by Joe Baram. There's an Instagram account there, pencil_number_9. And this is another book I love. It's small. We're at 8.5 by 6 3/4, looks like. Yeah, I was wondering if that made sense, but it's 4 seasons, and you have these cute little images here, and they are lined for perforation. I don't know that they are though. Kind of never wanted to really try to keep the book together, but just look how adorable. The image on the left colored, and then you can do your thing on the right. It's nice cardstock, slightly toothy. I love this one. I love them all. That's why it's still in my collection. Yes. Look how sweet. And it's nice because if you don't want to do a full huge page, you have some smaller imagery, you know. Sorry, it's really hard to keep this book flat. Autumn, that's a beautiful one. I'll show you a funny one. Look. It's adorable. And then winter. This one's really cute. I think I picked out this one to do last month, but last month was an obliteration to my coloring. That's why you haven't seen completed pages. I did so few. I didn't bother to do a completed pages video. Okay, so that is this book here. Again, it's Hello Forest Friends by Joe Baram. Next one is the Christmas Huga by Coloring Book Cafe. I had picked a page to do. Didn't get around to it. But these are such sweet images. I think I will try to pull some of these, like maybe do a double spinner for July to try to get in some of these Christmas themed books. They are very sweet, sweet characters. People are doing so many fantastic things with the pictures too. One-sided, great for alcohol markers and pencils. Next one is Cosmos, a Fantasy, beautiful characters, grayscale coloring book by Daria Kakersoy. And here she names like Faya the Wind Elf. And I love this grayscale. It is very smooth paper. Alcohol markers will be your friend. Pinata. Corinne. It is thin, but it is smooth. I love her grayscale. This one says innocent. Is she really? Autumn Fairy. Baby Dragon. So you get the feel for this book. It's fantasy, some Halloween. There's Rapunzel. Star. Catching Butterflies. Christmas Fairy. So that is Cosmos of Fantasy. The next one is The Cutest of Cute Amigurumi. Is that how you say it? Or Amigurumi Critters by Kay Camero. And these are adorable, perforated, one-sided. And we have, let's see here. Yeah, like 8.5 by 8.5. That makes sense. Very, very sweet characters. Look at these. Very fun. Look at the sloth. They're so fun. They make me laugh. I love all the pages. Let's see which one I was interested in doing here recently. Yeah. Warm clothes. Oh, I guess I'll leave that in there. But yes, this is a gorgeous book. I love it so much. And then there's also some animal crochet patterns here if you're into crocheting in the back. Octopus, bumblebee, teddy bear, turtle. Yeah, very sweet. 2 more books by Kay Camero. This is the Manga Sparkle Kawaii. And this has a running pink theme throughout the book, which might put off some people. It's also perforated, by the way. But I don't think it does for me because it's very easily gone over if you want to. You know, you just need to do a darker color. I kind of like it. But very sweet kawaii images. And it's smooth paper. Great for alcohol markers, pencils. There's very sweet images, which I love. Whimsical, sweet, cute. You'll hear me saying those things a lot in these books. How adorable. Like, for instance, you could make this a black and white carton and you could do all this pink and black. Or not, I mean, any color you want, but yeah. I think I would use these as like metallic accents. That will be my game plan. So that's the kawaii, cute and shimmery anime and manga style. And then this is the Creepy Cute by the same illustrator, and it's all purple highlights. Same paper, same cute illustrations, just creepy and cute. Yeah, don't be deterred by these areas because you can easily cover them with acrylic if you don't prefer them, or incorporate them into your coloring. Now, pencil isn't going to look fantastic over it, but a pen would. Marker. And that's Creepy Cute. Mythographic Magical Earth by Joseph Kattenbang. This is probably one of my favorites of his. Oops, that perforation already coming up. Sorry about Shamu. There's a lot of wind outside. He barks at the wind. I don't know what to say. Oh, this is gorgeous. I love this one. I really do love. Let me see if I can find one I don't care for. Okay, maybe this one wouldn't be my favorite, but I still like it. I'm having a hard time finding one I don't love. Definitely one of, if not my favorite mythographic. Fantasy Forest is a close second. So there's Magical Earth. And then speaking of Earth, we have Enchanted Earth by Malpamani Chatsapangiyatsu. I have colored in her other two books. This is one I have not. And no reason. It's smooth paper, one-sided. Very detailed pages. I mean, very, 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 very detailed. It would be hard. You could do some alcohol marker, and I know people have. But getting into all those details, it's a tough go. Love that page. But you get the idea. Love the book with the waterfalls. Yep, beautiful book. Enchanted Earth. Let's go get another round of book. Okay, we're getting into some coloring heaven. This is Bad Girls Halloween special. We have Yuriko, Shiru, Maumi, Ogahara, and Christopher Lavelle and more. And we have Daria Kakersoi. Now that's some dark grayscale, but very interesting illustration. I've wanted to do this one for the longest time. It was in my Halloween, as well as this one, plans. J.M. Liati. That one's neat. Mayumi Ogahara. Lisa Mitrokin. It's a lot of snakes. And this is Yuriko Shiru. Very interesting. So that's Bad Girls Halloween special. Christmas Compendium. It's got something all over here. I don't know what. Coloring Heaven. I did start. I guess I could have put this in my whip pile, but I think I'm probably actually going to use my electric eraser and start this portion over anyway. I don't like how that turned out. But we have, did I say, 48 of the best designs, Coloring Heaven. So we have Molly Harrison in here. Tatiana Bogima Stilova. Love a Santa. Elle's behaving badly. I'm not going to turn the books, just save us some time when they're landscape. Fabiana Atanasio. Beautiful. Love it. Love it. Mary Tanana. Not as excited about these couple of pages, but not uncolorable. And then Hanna Lynn. This has a lot of good illustrators in it. Jen Katz. Mariella Budak. Yeah, this is a really good one. Ruth Sanderson. So yeah, that's Christmas Compendium. And then I have Fantasy Pet Special. This is Hanna Lynn and Anna Proteus. Fantasy Pets, yeah. Anna Proteus. Very cool. All these are Anna Proteus. And then Hanna Lynn. Love this one with the elephant. So yeah, that's who we have in here. The rest was Hanna. So that's Fantasy Pet Special. The next ones are, I got a bunch of these off of eBay. So I just wound up buying the series Just Add Color. This one is Folk Art by Lisa Congdon. And as its title suggests, it's folk art. It is a cardstock smooth. One-sided pages. Some patterny pages. Of course, folk art much of the time is. I like that one a lot. I like them all. It's very easy on my brain. I think I would do a lot of metallics in here. Yes. So that is the folk art one. And then the next one is Geometric Patterns by Lisa Congdon. And as you can imagine, same paper, geometric patterns. Lots of fun things you can do in here. Some more relaxing coloring and less geometric patterns make your brain go woozy. There's Flora and Fauna. There's an example page. Another example page. Very cute, isn't it? And just basic coloring on there. Looks nice. This one was colored in by someone other than me, which I'm sure is erasable or can go over. I like this one a lot too. All these are fun. Let's see, which one did I pick out that I had wanted to do at some point? Yeah. Figures it'd be mountains, trees, and a bear. Flora and Fauna. These Just Add Color books. They have great paper. Just fun to work in. This is Arboretum. Same illustrator. Same type of thing. Let's see here. I think there were a couple of torn out pages from this one from eBay. But look how beautiful that is. Just straight coloring. If you didn't want to, if you're a beginner or you just want to have some easy coloring, look how fun. Some things don't have to be that complicated, you know. I'm having to learn that in my own coloring journey. Let's see, which one did I wanted to do this one because I had an idea about a purpley sky behind here. Yeah. Lots of plants and trees. That's Arboretum. And then next up is The Magical City by Lizzie Mary Cullen. These are wacky pages, but fun. I like wacky. I just know that it will take me a long time to do these pages, so I would need to give myself plenty of time. I guess that one's not as bad, but we do have nice, smooth, thicker paper, but it is double-sided. Look at this one. Watch your water-based markers in these that you don't go over too much because it will pill the paper. So you get the idea. It's wacky and fun. It's The Magical City by Lizzie Mary Cullen. And then Pop Manga Flights and Fancy by Camilla D'Erico. I recently got this from my friend Kristina Snowden on YouTube and Instagram. And I want to definitely get into this book. These images are so gorgeous and fun. You all know I don't love flowers, but I actually am interested in coloring this one. This was on my wish list. I love the penguin. Penguin costumes. Yeah. This one has a lot of bees in it. I wonder what the thought process was. This one's very sweet. This one is Adorbs. So that's Flights of Fancy. And Adorable Town by Lainey Dowell. This was a gift by Squishy Coloring. See, I'd wanted to get into these books right away when I got them gifted. And like I said, I don't want to be on a record or repeat, but my dad's health declining this last year has really been difficult for me to commit. These are very cute images. Look at all the books. I think this is the book, I want to say, that Mira Byler is working on YouTube. But yeah. Very cute, Adorable Town by Lainey Dow. The next one is Whimsical Girls by Jane Davenport. This is a Get Creative 6 book. Those are great books, anything that comes from them. So she's explaining how to use this book. Stamp, draw, paint, daub, spritz, and splash. It's very smooth, thick paper. And she gives you an example, and you can go to town, and she encourages you to do lots of little designs and just be creative. Definitely want to get into this book. I want to get into them all. That's the problem. That is indeed the problem. Look how sweet that is. And I love her little watermarks here. It's a beautiful book. Beautiful. If any of you are interested in any of these books, then please leave me a comment and I will go back into the description and add them for you. This is Happy Hour Art Journal, Whimsical Girls by Jane Davenport. There are too many for me to list automatically. I hope you understand. This is Art Therapy Disney Tsum Tsum. I love these little characters, this mini block. And it's just a lot of mindless coloring. But they're super cute. I had half a mind to give it to one of my grandchildren, but I love the characters. They could get in it if they wanted to. They know how to push the buttons. It's just a fun book. Fun and whimsical. You get the idea. Tsum Tsum. And then I have Ink House, and I've had this for quite a while. And let me just see. I've gotten something on there. I had a hard time when I got this book and I flipped through it to know what it is I want to do. It's not the smoothest paper. There's a little bit of tooth in there. She's thick. I think Lucy Just Adds Color has been working in this book, or at least has done a page recently. Maybe I'll take some tips from her. Always learning. Can always find things to learn in coloring from other people. And there's so many of us now to take tips from. So yeah, it's a beautiful book. I guess because it's so beautiful the way it is, I'm afraid to put color on it. And there's not too many books I feel that way about, but this is one of them. I just love having the book. But that'll have to change if the spinner selects it. Okay. Simon Simone by Diane DeFore. This has been a want to get into. I think, when did this come out? 2023? Does it have an exact date? No. I was trying to think if I had gotten this for Mermaid. I'm not sure, but that's what it would be perfect for. But so adorable. Her characters are just so sweet. And great paper. One-sided, smooth. Alcohol marker, metallics are the dream on this kind of paper. With pencils. Yeah. Also gorgeous and fun. By Diane DeFore. And then the last one on this batch is Tiny Worlds by Matt Edwards. I've been meaning to get in this one too. One-sided, perforated. 2023 it came out. We have titles, Mushroom Mystery Village. And these are so adorable. Look. And you have them inside a border. Good cardstock. I mean, some of them do have a lot of very detailed, you know, little things here, but fine liners will work in those areas. So you get the idea. That one has a lot of detail in that one. So that's Tiny Worlds by Matt Edwards. Okay, last book's on the first shelf of 3. So hopefully this will be three parts. Symphony of Cute Animals by Kanoko Ogusa. This is the one I kept out of the other 2 that I unhauled recently. And those books have new homes. It was The Garden of Fairy Tale Animals and The Kingdom of Curious Creatures. This one I liked the most, so I kept it. Double-sided, smooth, good paper, gorgeous images. Here's one that I wanted to do, it looks like. Or it might have been the frog. Now that I think about it, it might have been the frog. It's undoubtedly a tremendous book, tremendous illustrator, and I just wanted to keep one out of the batch as I'm trying to get rid of my complete set syndrome, both in supplies and books. I'm trying, keyword. I did let go quite a few books, about between 130 and 150. Yeah. So gorgeous book. Let's look at the other one that I had tagged at some point. Yeah, it was this one. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So I look forward to working in that. This next one is a Disney book, Disney art book. So we have a lot of ways to be able to color in the book. They teach you. And then look at these really cute pages. Look at Pooh Bear. Tinkerbell's my favorite. Very gorgeous pages. There is a lot going on some of them, so I can understand that would be a detraction for some. Here's a silhouette one. Really pretty. Really pretty book. And so there's that one Disney art book. This one I believe I saw on Elm Colors Nature Notes. It's by cloverkin.com. And these are one-sided. It's a manila color, cream colored, and they're just sweet images with borders. Animals doing fun and cute things. And she's thick paper. It is stapled together. But yeah, really, really sweet. Fun. Cute. Whimsical. Reminds me of Bug's Life. Cloverkin. So that's Nature Notes. The next one is this eerie book, Travel to the Magical Country with the Fairy, or different translations depending on where you translate them from. I've definitely wanted to get into this book. It's one of maybe a couple of Eries I have not gone into. I think I do own them all. I love this Halloween page. And this one. I love all the pages. That's why I'm keeping these books, you guys, because I Like I said, I gotta love 75% or more of the pages. So you are truly seeing what my interests are. I think at one point I had that one tagged. Amazing artwork. I love this one. Very cool. Very stunning book. So that is Travel to the Magical Country with the Fairy. Like I said, if that's translated right. Here is Enigma by Filanenko, sorry. Amazon paper, grayscale. Gorgeous portraits. I've had this book for a while. And I don't have a reason why I never got into it. Just timing. Just timing. Love this one. I'd love to get that one done this month, actually. But gotta have a system. Gotta have a system. Okay. Make myself accountable. Enigma by Filanenko. This next book is by Daisy Fletcher, Birdtopia. And this is a big book. We've got 12, 9.5 by 12. And in this book, you have all kind of, it's almost like it's creamy, but has maybe a little yellow-green tint. And birds and flowers. I've been wanting to color in this for quite a while. I even at one point, I know someone had asked if I would color in one of these, and I promise that I will be. The spinner is gonna make me. And see, it says these are all the books I kept. It's not like I can get a book that I don't like, right? Because I've already gone through these. I love this. Because I've already gone through these books. And here are some examples. Beautiful examples. And then you have one that's colored. Like in the book it's colored. Just very interesting book. And when I found this one, I got this one also. Into the Wild. Exotic Woodland. And same thing, but you have characters. And flowers. It's a very interesting book. Very unique. And of course you can change that background very easily with acrylic. I'll have to try to see like if I do an Inktense or something like that, because you've got thick paper. I want to try some different mediums. My fear in these kinds of books is trying things out. Oof. But these are gorgeous. And then you have like some of this. It's just really cool and unique. Look at that. Very very different kind of book. And she does tell you in the back about each page, the animals, and the flowers, the plants, so that you can go back. And it's one of the reasons I like these books, is because I'm not familiar with all my flowers and plants. So if I wanted to do realistic, then I could Google it. But yeah, gorgeous books. And I have Lottie Ford's Color the Sky, Fantastical Journey into the Clouds. Let's see, this came out 2021. There's a tester page. Thin paper, Amazon paper. But very cute illustrations, fun. I have a test page. So you get the idea. Look at the dog. So very fun. Color the Sky by Lottie Ford. Donna Freitag, Mid-Century Modern Retro. I believe this is one that I got off of eBay. And We have retro pages. Look at the cats. Look at the robot and the cats. A robot cat and a real cat. Okay, I'll show you a landscape. There you go. Yeah, fun, different stuff, you know? It's a different book. I'll have to remember it for space number. Very cool. Very cool and fun. Donna Freytag. And then this is Color the Road Not Taken. A coloring book for the wandering but not lost soul. Illustrated by Atif Tour. And this was an eBay purchase. So at some point it had been at Walmart. Smooth. Good paper. Acorns. It is perforated as well. And it did come colored. I think on maybe a few pages if I'm not mistaken, but maybe that was the only one. Yeah, there's some more. You know what would be fun is to kind of make these a silhouette since they're already colored and then do everything else very colorful. That would be cool. Like do a sunset. Another one is colored. This might be a good book. I think this was one of the books that I was going to pull out to do let's fix these pages kind of thing. One day I will actually do that for you guys. And it will be a challenge for me. And yeah, it will be fun. Maybe we can learn something together. Okay, Color the Road Not Taken. I'm usually used to fixing my own mistakes, not someone else's. But same concept, right? These books are watercolor books by Jade Gideon. This is Thailand Escape. And it's watercolor paper. And it's all based on Thailand. And then there are pages that open up into 2 pages. And I'm just going to try to find. And this one had been colored in because these were eBay purchases too. Here we go. Here's one that opens to a full spread. Pretty neat, huh? I love to watercolor. It's one of my favorite mediums to use. But I get myself caught in a lot of books that I can't generously use them, so I need to try. Here's one. Look at that. I think there's another opener. That one's cool. It's a food page. So yeah, that is the Thailand Escape. And then here is the Island Escape, which is even a little thicker. Same. Jane Gideon is the illustrator. And here's an opener. Very cute with all the island wares. Here's another double page. So yeah, it has, I remember wanting to do this page. I mean, beautiful, beautiful scenery. Fun architecture. Here's quite a few double page. Look at that. That would be meticulous but fun. So yeah, that is it for shelf number 1. I hope you enjoyed going through these books with me. Figured I'd probably have to go through, if my math is right, about 65 per shelf in order to make it 3 parts. 60 times 3, yeah, that's about right. So we, again, 196 books. We flipped through approximately 65 already. And so with my whips, I'm going to pick a whip, possibly start a new series where we just do a whip and chat a little bit about what I'm using and what I'm experimenting with, what I'm doing to finish a page. Because it's not a full page, it won't last too long. Those are very, very difficult videos to edit time-wise. So yeah, those are the plans. I hope that you found something interesting that maybe piqued your curiosity in these books. Again, these are books that I kept, that I went through all of my books a couple of times, to be honest, to make sure, and that's what wound up having me do the giveaway and de-stash. But you all take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy coloring. Bye-bye.